We're starting to see the real impact on wildlife from that devastating oil spill along the central California coast. Governor Brown signed an executive order to eliminate any red tape that would slow down a cleanup. And there is now a frantic effort to save animals that have been caught up in the mess. The cleanup teams are scouring the beaches near Santa Barbara where that pipeline failed. And close to 20 ships are now trying to skim oil from the water. We sent our own Betty Yu to Refugio State Beach with a look at how bad it really is. Betty?
Ken, it is bad out here, and the trouble with cleaning up oil slicks is that they are moving targets. They get washed out to sea and they spread around with the current and with the winds. This has been a 24/7 operation, and it could take months before this beach is fully cleaned up. Oil is everywhere it shouldn't be. Coast Guard vessels are corralling it. Workers in protective suits are shoveling it. So far, 7,700 gallons of oily water have been mopped up from the Pacific Ocean, about a third of what was spilled in the water. The cleanup is very labor intensive. As you can see behind me, these workers are combing through oil-soaked rocks, and they're picking up seaweed, kelp, any sort of vegetation, and putting them in plastic bags.
The greatest challenge is really just time.
For the company at fault, Plains All-American Pipeline, they're looking at serious troubles ahead.
We're not going away. We're going to be here until it's returned back to the way it was.
This is not the first time the company had to answer to the public. It was forced to pay $44 million in pipe upgrades in civil penalties after 10 leaks around the country in 2010. An LA Times analysis found that its rate of incidents per mile of pipe is more than 3 times the national average.
How do you rate your regulatory record overall?
So let me clarify that a little bit more. So we're required to fill out certain federal documents.
At a press conference today, its safety director repeatedly evaded questions.
But how do you rate your record?
Again, our goal is to continue to improve. Our goal is 0.
Back on the beach, people are finding wildlife, dead and alive, on shore.
There'll be long-term impacts, there's no question, but I can't address exactly what those might be right now.
Now, we are on 2 beaches that have been shut down ahead of the Memorial Day weekend, and the company today just began excavating that pipeline in hopes of finding more clues as to the cause of this spill. Live at Refugio State Beach, Betty Yu, KPIX 5.
All right, now take a look at some of these pictures from the spill zone. Dolphins were spotted swimming near the oil slick. They seem to be going in circles trying to avoid the oil surrounding them.